Just stumbled across this place of interest. It's called the Incline. Not sure quite what that's all about, but anyway, we'll find out in a second. When you're in the countryside, always close the gates behind you. Okay, appears to be an abandoned old relic of a building. Not quite sure what it was once used for. I wonder if there's any information inside. I'll find out in a second. Ah, here we go. Bit of a plaque. The West Somerset Mineral Railway, an ore-inspired, no pun intended, journey. The West Somerset Mineral Railway ran along the Brendan Hills, transporting wagons of iron ore from the mines. The locomotives come to a halt over the top of the building, the winding house, which was built between 1857 and 1861. That's interesting, isn't it? So you can see up there how it would have looked back in the day. That's obviously the building itself. It's certainly still a lot of it intact. Quite interesting. Let's go and have a look upstairs. Looks like there's actually a subterranean area here. Looking down, I'm not sure how close we can get without being unrealistic about it, because we're probably going to end up going through the floor. But certainly I can see there's definitely a gap over there and a likelihood of probably getting down it. Unfortunately, it's not quite as deep as we thought. It does give a very good perspective though up here. Old farm over there. Just realised as I'm walking back down it again, the actual path that comes up the side of it is made out of the original railway sleepers from the actual the top of the building. Which is quite amazing. Right, let's cue the Maiden and ride. This is the Exmoor town of Exford, sort of in the heart of Exmoor. This is pretty much the focal point, Exmoor White Horse. You've got a stream running through it as well. On top of it all, we're heading towards Linton on, I believe it's A39, and it is a extremely bumpy bit of road that. If I put any of the video from it on there, you'll probably see the camera shaking all over the place. It's probably the bumpiest bit of road I've come across on Exmoor actually. That's actually a main road, but the conditions are absolutely amazing today. In fact, they're so good you can actually ride along some of the longer stretches of this road, and you'll actually see that you get a basically like a floating mirage on the horizon, which is amazing. You don't see that very often. Pretty much over there, where it's a little bit bluer, is the sea. And actually in the very far distance, if we can make it out on the camera, that's actually Wales. So we're right on the edge now. We're just going to be riding into Linton in about 15 minutes, hopefully, depending on if I can actually get there in 15 minutes or not. But it'll be interesting. There's sheep all along here as well, so those things are kept a little bit. This is Linton's funicular, or as I call it, the funny colour. It's a railway system that runs on counterweights, and the counterweight is actually the water. As the water fills the top one up, it pulls the bottom one up the track. Quite a clever system. Little birds come to have a look as well.